Our topic for today is about division of fractions. Let's start. But before we start, let's try to answer the anticipation reaction guide. Can you please bring or get a piece of paper and answer the before column? Here's the directions. Respond to each statement and write your answer in the before the lesson column. Write A if you agree with the statement. Write B if you disagree with the statement. Number 1 question. The reciprocal of 2 over 3 is 3 over by 2. Write A if you are agree. Write B if you are disagree. Number 2 question. 2 over by 3 times 3 over by 2 is equal to 1. Third question. 2 over by 3 divided by 3 over by 2 is equal to 1. And last number, 9 over by 10 divided by 9 over by 11 is equal to 10 over by 11. Write A if you are agree, write B if you are disagree. Okay, mamaya, babalikan natin yung anticipation reaction guide to check if you really understand the lesson for today. Next, let's check our learning goals. Our learning goal is to perform division on rational numbers, meaning to say, at the end of the lesson, you need to understand on how to divide fractions. Now, let's try to answer the entrance activity. Answer the following questions. Directions. Observe the following fractions and what will happen to the other fractions. You need to observe the given fractions here. So, from 2 over by 3, it will become 3 over by 2. That is our first example. Again, please observe the following fractions. The next one is we have 5 over by 2. It will become 2 over by 5. The third one is 1 over by 4. It will become 4 over by 1. The next is from 5 over by 7. It will become 7 over by 5. And from 8 over by 3, it will become, very good, it will become 3 over by 8. So, the question is, what do you observe in the following fractions above? Very good. It's reciprocate. When we talk about reciprocate, the numerator will become the denominator and the denominator will become the numerator. Please take note about that concept because we will going to use that concept in dividing fractions. Next, the second entrance activity. Again, please observe the following fractions. If we have 1 over by 2, multiply by 3 over by 2, it will become 3 over by 4. So, from 1 times 3, it will become 3. 2 times 2, it will become 4. Next, if we have 2 over by 3, multiply by 1 over by 3, so it will become 2 over by 9. How is it? From 2 times 1, it will become 2. 3 times 3, it will become 9. Now, let's say we have 4 over by 3, multiply by 2 over by 3. It will become 8 over by 21. Why? Because 2 times 4 is 8 and 3 times 7 is 21. Next example. So 2 over by 3 multiply by 1 over by 5, it will become 2 over by 15. Why? Because 2 times 1 is 2 and 3 times 5 is equal to 15. For the last example, so if we have 4 over by 3 multiply by 5 over by 2, it will become 20 over by 6. But the 20 over by 6 can be simplified or can be reduced by divide both sides or the numerator and the denominator by 2. So 20 divided by 2 is 10 and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Therefore, the final answer is 10 over by 3. Okay? Question. What do you observe in the numerator and the denominator? Very good. So we are going to multiply the numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. That is the process on how to multiply fractions. Again, we are going to use the concept of the entrance activity 1 and entrance activity number 2 in our activity or our lesson for today. Next, note, use the concept in the previous activities to know how to divide fractions. And we are going to use the KSF method. What is KSF method? K stands for keep, S stands for switch, F stands for flip. Again, we are going to use the KSF method to divide fractions. Let's say we have 1 over by 2 divided by 3 over by 2. So if we are going to use the KSF method, the K means keep, meaning to say we are going to keep the first fraction. Keep meaning copy, 1 over by 2. And then switch meaning from division it will become multiplication. And then flip, from the word flip, we are going to use the concept of the first entrance activity. From 3 over by 2, it will become 2 over by 3. And then we are going to use the concept of the second entrance activity, wherein we are going to multiply the numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. So, 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 3 is 6. 2 over by 3 can be reduced by 2, so 2 divided by 2 is 1, 6 divided by 2 is 3. Meaning, the final answer is 1 over by 3. Next example. Let's say we have 2 over by 3 divided by 1 over by 3. So, we are going to use the KSF method. Keep the first fraction, which is 2 over by 3. Switch the operation from division to multiplication. And then flip from 1 over by 3, it will become 3 over by 1. And then multiply by numerator, denominator by denominator. So 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 1 is 3. 6 and 3 can be reduced by 3, therefore 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 3 divided by 3 is 1, therefore 6 over by 3 is 2. Next example. KSF method keep, switch, and flip. So 4 over by 3 divided by 2 over by 7. So again, keep the first fraction. Switch the operation to multiplication and then flip the second fraction. So from 2 over by 7, it will become 7 over by 2. And then multiply the numerator by numerator, which is 4 times 7 is, very good, it's 28. 3 times 2 is 6. Very good. And we all know that 28 and 6 can be divided by 2. Okay, let's reduce the fraction. So, 28 divided by 2 is 14, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So, 4 over by 3 divided by 2 over by 7 is equal to 14 over by 3. Next example. Now, let's say we have 2 over by 3 divided by 1 over by 5. Again, we are going to use the keep, switch, flip method. So keep the first fraction, switch the operation from division to multiplication, and flip the next or the second fraction from 1 over by 5, it will become 5 over by 1. And then, multiply the numerator by numerator, 2 times 5 is 10, and 3 times 1 is 3. And we cannot reduce 10 over by 3 or 10 by 3. So meaning to say, the final answer is 10 over by 3. Okay? Next example. Now let's say we have 4 over by 3 divided by 5 over by 2. So from that, we are going to keep the first fraction, switch the operation from division to multiplication, and then we are going to flip the second fraction from 5 over by 2, it will become 2 over by 5. And then multiply the numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. 5 times 2 is 8. 3 times 5 is 15. So, the final answer is 8 over by 15. Okay? Let's check if you really understand the lesson for today. Perform divisions on rational numbers. Okay? We attain this one. Let's check. Let's check if we really attain the objective for today. Please get your paper and now answer the after the column lesson. Again, write A if you agree with the statement and write B if you disagree with the statement. You have only 1 minute to answer this activity. The reciprocal of 2 over by 3 is 3 over by 2. Write A if you are agree. Write B if you are disagree. Number 2, 2 over by 3 times by 3 over by 2 is 1. Meaning to say, if you are agree, write A. If you are disagree, write B. Number 3, 2 over by 3 divided by 3 over by 2 is equal to 1. So again, write A if you are agree, write B if you are disagree. The next one, 9 over by 10 divided by 9 over by 11 is equal to 10 over by 11. Write A if you are agree, write B if you are disagree. Now, let's check your understanding. Number 1, the reciprocal of 2 over by 3 is 3 over by 2. The answer is very good. That is A. Number 2, that is very good. That is letter A also. Number 3, very good. That is B. That is false. Okay? And the last one, number 4, that is very good. That is also letter B. Because 9 over by 10 divided by 9 over by 11 is not equal to 10 over by 11. Okay? That's it. Let's assessment. Okay? Find the reciprocal of the following fractions below. Now, what is the reciprocal of 2 over by 5? Next, what is the reciprocal of 7 over by 3? The next one is perform the operation below. 3 over by 2 divided by 1 over by 3. 7 over by 2 divided by 7 over by 2. 9 divided by 2. 9 over by 2 divided by 3 over by 4. Okay, let's check your answer. What is the reciprocal of 2 over by 5? Very good. That is 5 over by 2. What is the reciprocal of 7 over by 3? Very good. That is 3 over by 7. Number 3. What is 3 over by 2 divided by 1 over by 3? Very good. That is 1/2. Our topic for the day, our topic for the day is about division of fractions. Let's Before we start, let's try to answer the anticipation reaction guide. Can you please bring or get a piece of paper